Have you ever met someone who just seems unshakable? Like chaos is breaking out all around them, and they have this quiet calm. It's not loud, it's not flashy. It's this hidden strength, this architecture of resilience that you can feel, but you can't always see. Well, today we're going to explore exactly what that is and how it gets built. And this quote, man, it just nails it. It really gets to the heart of this fork in the road that hardship presents to all of us. Because life hits everyone hard, right? But it doesn't create the same outcome. One path, it can make you cold, closed off. But that other path, that's where something else is forged. A kind of power that's not about just getting through it, but about developing a deeper, quieter strength because of the struggle. So that's the big question, isn't it? What is this silent power, really? And maybe even more important, how do you get it? Where does it come from? Because let's be real, it's not something people are just born with. So our first step here is to really understand what this power looks like up close. We need to get a clear picture of its unique anatomy to see what it's made of from the inside out. And that brings us right to this idea of an unshakable calm. So let's break down the traits you can actually see in someone who has the silent strength. What is it that truly sets them apart? Well, it all starts with this one massive shift, where they get their validation from. See, most of us, we're kind of wired to look outside. We want the likes, the praise, the approval from others to feel good. But these people, they operate from a totally different place. They have an internal compass. Their sense of worth, their direction, it comes from within, not from what the rest of the world thinks. And because of that shift, you see these really clear signs on the outside. Since they aren't constantly looking for validation, they don't have to be the loudest one in the room. They actually listen more than they talk because they're observing, not performing. They stay calm when things get crazy because their anchor is on the inside. There's just no frantic need to prove anything to anyone, and that creates this quiet, powerful confidence. Okay, so we get what this strength looks like. We can spot it. But now for the big question. How is it made? Where does this raw material even come from? And here it is. This is the absolute key. This kind of resilience isn't a gift. It isn't handed out. It is earned. It's a direct result of going through immense pressure, real struggle, and making it to the other side. That fire, it doesn't just burn you. It forges you into something stronger. And you know what's wild? There's actually a real psychological principle that explains this whole process. It's a concept called stress inoculation, and it's pretty much the scientific key to understanding how our struggles can literally create our strength. Seriously, think of it like a vaccine, but for your mind. When you get a vaccine, your body gets a tiny dose of something bad, so it learns how to fight off the real thing. Well, stress inoculation is the exact same idea for your brain. After you survive a truly overwhelming event, your brain basically recalibrates its definition of crisis. So future problems, they get put into context against that much bigger struggle you already overcame, and that panic button just doesn't get pushed so easily. And you can see how it builds step by step. First, you encounter a massive stressor. Then comes the most important part, step 2. You survive it. You endure it, you process it, you just get through it. That survival is the secret sauce for step 3, inoculation, where your brain literally learns and adapts, raising its panic threshold. And then finally, step 4, you apply it. The next time some challenge pops up, your response is calmer, it's more measured, because on some deep level, you know you've already handled worse. So, okay, that's the science behind it. But what does all of this actually mean for you? Why does understanding this unseen superpower, this silent strength, even matter in our day-to-day lives? This, right here, is why this is such a game changer. It gives you a way to completely reframe your own past. All those difficult times, the moments you honestly thought might break you, they weren't just painful things that left scars. No, they were the training ground. They were the very moments that were building the foundation of the person you are today. And that's really the idea I want to leave you with. Your history, it's not a museum of all your damages. It's the architectural blueprint for your resilience. Every single challenge, every struggle was another beam, another support being put into place, creating the silent, invisible structure that holds you up right now. So the real question isn't just about what you've endured, but about what that endurance has built inside of you.